Not my favorite. I could say one of my favorites, but let's talk in terms of one of the residents that I have more a yeah, how do you pronounce that word? Report, more of a conversation with rapport, or part with. Her name's May. Beautiful lady, heavy set African American lady, 70. Armando, ¿cómo estás? 78 maybe, church going person. She sits right there in her wheelchair in front of the dining room when she's not in the dining room or playing bingo or whatever. She participates in all the activities from church to bingo to the city council to the residence council. But we confide in each other very intimate things and things that are off the wall have no significance other than just to chew the breeze. But I've learned to read her face, her expression, her face. My curtain was drawn so I couldn't see the door, but I heard a voice. Good morning, good morning. How are you? How was your breakfast? She's always asking people how their day was, knows people by their name. Let me interject right here that she used to be a waitress, so she knows people's name. I don't think she knows my name though. Funny, but she has a roommate, as I do too. I have a roommate, and in places like this, even though you don't talk to your roommate, she has a room. Her name is May. May doesn't talk to her roommate. I believe she's Oriental, so she's limited. But she told me that her roommate has been in the hospital for 2 days or something to that effect. She was concerned. You can see in her face. I get concerned too when my roommate goes to the doctors or whatever. So she was concerned about her. So I asked her, what can you do to help her? Not in any physical way, but I was kind of hinting at a prayer. But sometimes we can say, just pray for them. No, I didn't go that route. I led it to it. That's a good lawyer. But no, I said sometimes the only thing we can do is be grateful that they're in better hands now. She's with the doctors that's going to take care of her and everything. Right here, it's only a limited things that a patient can get, a resident can get. But you do get attached to people in your room. You're there, like myself, bedridden. Not bedridden. I could get up in my wheelchair. I just don't want to for the time being. Too much riffraff outside. But you get attached, even though there's no verbal communication or even gestures of the face or facial expression. But there is a communication right there, and you feel when your roommate is in need of help. Oh, I get so upset when they leave the tray right here for my roommate, and they don't feed him until 2 hours later. Oh, I get upset. I get upset when I see that they come in and they look at him like they don't want to change his diapers, gowns. They move him around. No. Last night, one of the new CNAs help them out, and he didn't scream or anything. Because it all, I feel like it's all in the voice, how they approach them. Hi, good morning. Have your medication? How are you? Fine. Instead of being forceful, come on, you're cooperating and everything. Sometimes we don't want to be moved. I, as a patient myself, just want to lay there. 'Cause your bones are aching. Just want to move. So then we have to change your diaper. We have to change your gown or whatever. Sometimes we don't care. Then to move us in a position that it hurts us, it's even worse. Aldo, the one that went up for an early for a departure, he was that way. Oh, he used to scream because people were moving around, and a patient put some resistance. Now, how did I divert from that to this one? But a patient puts a resistance towards being moved. You have to move it gently and speak to them in a very nice manner. Oh, we have other roommates. I have another resident, Laura. She doesn't get along with her roommate at all. None at all. There's residents like that that aren't compatible with each other. But let me digress to where I was starting at. She was concerned, May is concerned. So, what can a person do about it? There's housekeeper, room 17. That's my neighbor. I'm 16. But what? What? Hi, Mama. That's the Vietnamese lady. So what can one do? I guess nothing but to wait their turn. What I mean by that is, we know that it's what do you call it? It's gonna happen sooner or later. We're gonna end up in that condition. That's why I'm so adamant about my roommates being treated with dignity and respect, because someday it's gonna be me laying there in that condition. Do I want to get fed cold food? Do I want to be turned around without being gentle about it? It takes two people to turn my neighbor around. It's a big man, big man, big man. So, but I'm better looking than him though. I'm better looking than anybody around here. So yes, it happens. I remember when I was down and out here and there. Then I finally went to rented a place in El Centro, 92243. Stayed there like 18 years. First year, second year, I heard this person pass, that person. So it gets to you. But when you're out there in the open air, the country, a happy camper, like Ronald Reagan would say, there's no that close of a contact, because you go from place to place to place, and there's never a close encounter with people. Can you imagine right here being roommates with an individual 24/7 and in the same condition, invalid, wheelchair bound, who knows what other ailments there are. But this lady May, she's a beautiful lady, and she was concerned. Mama Chow or something they call her, the lady that's in the hospital, her roommate. Sometimes too, the other side of the coin, on the back of your head, on the back of the burner, You get used to a roommate, like I'm used to my roommate. His name is Vincent Howard. Vincent Howard. If he was to go to the hospital or whatever, let me put it into more concise way. When I had my roommate Abel, the guy from the Mediterranean, the Middle East, I worried what's going to happen now that he's gone. Who's going to be my roommate? So you just don't want anybody to be your roommate. You don't know how they're going to react. So I've been pretty lucky in that respect. I've been pretty lucky with roommates. Oh yes, I had a few nutcases. Was that too harsh of a word? Okay. Like a man used to tell me, poor people are nuts, rich people are eccentric. So, yes, that goes to the back of your mind who's going to be your roommate. How's that person's health? Because you don't get immune to it, to what the other person has, but there's, certain, there's nothing you can do. You're limited. Let me close by saying that one time in San Diego, I was staying at the Maryland Hotel. Big lobby, nice. There was a guy right there, they amputated his leg, was in a wheelchair. So in comes this lady. I've told this story before. So if you heard it before, listen to it again. So in comes this lady. She was wobbling or maybe exhausted from the hot air, but her eyes glanced on the counter, the desk clerk. At that time, I wasn't in a wheelchair. So she glanced at the counter, so she started to make a beeline towards there. Then she paused in the middle of the. Excuse me, I have a lot of fun. So she paused right there in the middle of the lobby. The attendants at the desk were busy doing something else, bookkeeping or one was on the phone, or but they were busy. Their attention wasn't drawn to this lady, to the lobby. There was only that guy, the amputee, and myself. And the lady stood right there for a minute, and she started wobbling like a palm tree swaying in the wind. And I think the guy said something. She's falling. She's gonna fall or something. I looked over there. I think she hit the ground. She hit the floor. And the guy made a statement. The empty in the wheelchair made a statement. I felt so impotent. Not in those. I'm paraphrasing. I felt so impotent that I couldn't do anything about it. If I only had my leg back, I could have gone over there and held her up. Yes, you do feel impotent of not being able to do something. But that's life. It's not that you become immune to certain things, but there's only a certain limit of things a person can do. Thank you very much.